Alrighty, so this is me attempting to run this. Oops, I wanted to show that initial screen. Alrighty, I'm Brian, and this is the Ollie game. The Ollie game was part of a group project using LibGDX and Java, developed at Edmonds Community College in spring of 2014. It was a group of 4 people, including myself, Damian, Russell, and Wendi. My involvement included the vast majority of the design, the majority of the architecture, some programming, all of the image, graphics, animation, sound, and music. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start the game. This initial part is what we call our dialogue class, which shows graphics and puts some typewriter style text out there. It's supposed to explain the background and the excuse for this guy being a ball. The basic context is this guy named Ollie decides he wants to be braver, and he goes to a wizard to purchase bravery. The wizard decides to turn him into a ball, put him in a maze, face some deathly challenges, and then meantime capture and kidnap his family. This was not my game design. Some initial instructions, which are dependent on the platform on which this is running. This is running on my PC, but it also runs on the Android environment. It is a LibGDX project. The game involves both side-scrolling runner/platformer stuff as well as a maze. And we are off. We're starting initially as a baseball. Some water, which we can bounce in case we get to be on fire and need to be extinguished. There are several interactive components in the maps. That one was a light switch, which controls whether or not the door is open. We are over some lava there. You can see it bubbling and churning down below. Naturally, if you fall into the lava, you catch on fire. For a flammable type ball, and as a baseball, I am flammable. And there's a little tunnel, and it may be hard to see here. I'm going to initially turn on some lights. The lights are kind of spotlights. I just went through what we call a transmogrifier, and I just converted it into a bowling ball there. This one converts me into a ping pong ball. And I may have to turn off the lights. I think I didn't quite turn the fan on. And now the fan is on. It's the two other transmogrifiers turn you into either a basketball or I think a soccer ball. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, not a soccer ball, but a tennis ball. You can't go out the fan if you're anything but a ping pong ball. Okay, now we're back to the original map, but now there's a fan going. It blasted us back up. Continuing along the catwalk. And now we just convert into the bowling ball, and now we can break the glass. Now we can break this glass, or at least try. And we can go down this tunnel and do another maze. Now that black area there is a bottomless pit, in case you can't tell, and those are little campfires. So you don't want to hit the campfires, because as a ping pong ball, you're highly flammable. And I'm going to save the heart just in case I catch on fire and lose a bunch of health and fall into a pit, which are highly likely. As you can see, we have something that's akin to Legos or Duplos. Woohoo! I made it. All right. A word from our wizard sponsor. Okay, now we're in the big yellow-purple maze, and I've been turned into a tennis ball. Now, because I'm a horrible person, I'm going to actually cheat with some things that most people don't know about, including some secret passages. I'm going to get through some of this stuff in a short amount of time. There are a couple switches I have to hit. That was one of them. Oops. Here I am having trouble with my shortcuts. Wow, I'm really having trouble. It's much easier as a small ball. I'm converting again back to the ping pong ball. Doing that other door switch. And then getting lost in my cheat. Those blue things are teleported. I do not want to go into them. Put me at some random location in the maze. And I made it out. You can't do that either. Okay, this is my favorite one. This is the volcano maze. Bowling balls are the only type of ball that don't catch on fire. And you can see we've got transmogrifiers now on the ceiling. You can sort of swing through some areas here. Depending on the type of ball you are, you will float or sink. And I'm going to start, actually I'm going to go down here. There's a couple puzzles to solve down here. And we're out of the water and back into dry land in these dark tunnels. I can jump in this, but it has little effect on the bowling ball. There's little upward vents. And then over here, I turn into a balloon. And do this target thing that makes me happy. Okay, and then I'm going to do the ping pong ball because it's a little bit smaller. With the exceedingly tricky pattern of all the switches. I get over here, I can hit my party on me. Oops, and then I can't get out. Okay, and then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to float up those vents. As a ping pong ball, that's easy. And you can see I'm going through these teleporters, and they go through these different puzzle rooms, each of which have two things. And a transmogrifier, two teleporters and transmogrifier, and a bowling ball. What does this one do? It takes me right over there. So, okay, so it's a ping pong ball. I'm going to do this, and then do this, and now I'm back out of the maze at the top, and I've got a whole bunch of these guys. Oops, I'm in the sky. I've got two. Okay, I'm just going to key there. Bounce my way up to someplace. Turns out that this level was a little bit too much for an Android. Oops. But it works just fine on the PC. Ah! Ooh, I already made that one. That's where we started. And alright, there's our X. Okay, this is our final level. And there's a transmogrifier right over there, and we've got a bunch of water, and we can't get down to it. It's hard to see, but that's a little switch right over there. Right there, that is. But if we're a bowling ball, we can get down to the water. But we can't quite reach the switch. Conveniently, there's a transmogrifier down here, which turns us into a basketball before we have time. We can hit it on the way out, and we did. You may not be able to hear it, but there's a fan going now, or at least wind. So our vents are turned on. We can bounce our way up here. Or we'll try to anyway. A little vent with a transmogrifier. And now we're at ping pong again. Everybody's favorite. Ah. No way up. Okay, now we're at the upper level. This is our final level here, and up above us is a dragon, so I'm just talking this, I really mess myself up. Okay, we've completed the game. This is me, by the way.
Sometimes I see football, and sometimes on the side. My memories are blue, but I think there was a wizard someplace. And maybe the dragon, I could switch to the major 7 chord.
Okay, well that was the game. We do also have some special options here. I wonder if I can mute the music. Look at that, I can mute the music. Crap, it's restarted. You mute the sound effects.